Now, today is World Car Free Day. Hundreds of cities around the world banning vehicles from their streets for a few hours. More than 16 miles of roads in central London will be closed today, and cities across the UK are taking part. Well, do things like World Car Free Day make any difference? Let's talk to Beth Gardner, who's an environmental journalist, author of Choked, the Age of Air Pollution and the Fight for a Cleaner Future. Beth, thanks for being with us. I mean, is there any point to a day like this?
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone thinks that taking cars off the street for one day is going to make a long-term difference to anyone's health. But I think the idea is that it gives us a way to envision what our cities might look and feel like if we didn't give so much sort of space and dominance to cars. You know, I went a couple of years ago to it wasn't a car-free day, but a light festival in central London where a lot of streets were similarly closed. And I walked down Regent Street right near Oxford Circus, normally one of the most congested parts of London. And it was incredible how different it felt. People walking down the middle of the street, you know, we don't even realize, because we take it so much for granted, that we give space and you know, sort of dominance in our cities to cars so that, you know, our kids have to stay inside, can't play safely outside. And when you take those away and just let people see what life could be like without all of that traffic and all of those choking fumes, it's sort of lets people take this leap of imagination. And
are the authorities generally doing enough? You know, we have congestion zones and so on.
Yeah.
Are the authorities doing enough?
Well, I mean, obviously there's a lot of attention in London on the ultra-low emission zone and what Sadiq Khan has done. And I think those steps matter, and they can bring incremental improvements in air pollution, in air quality. And we do know that any improvement really delivers immediate benefits in terms of literally saving people's lives, preventing heart attacks, strokes, cancer. The science is very strong on that. But I also think that fundamentally we are making a mistake in this approach that puts responsibility on cities, whether it's London or Manchester or Leeds or Paris, to solve this on their own. Because this is a problem that really stems from a failure of national governments across Europe, including the UK, to properly enforce regulations. And in fact, there were some new statistics out just this week indicating that 4 years after the Volkswagen Dieselgate scandal first came to light, there are still 51 million cheating diesels on the roads across Europe. 8.5 million of them are in the UK. And these are cars that are emitting 3 or more times the legally allowed limit of nitrogen dioxide. That's where this is coming from. And we've fallen into this pattern of trying to control exactly where these cars can go. Can they enter, you know, can they go near a school? Can they enter a central city? Rather than forcing the companies to actually follow the law. And if you look across the ocean to the US, you'll see that Volkswagen over there was forced to pay billions of dollars to clean up these cars, recall them, and get them into compliance. And in Europe and the UK, they've been allowed to stay on the roads, and that's devastating for health.
All right, Beth, thank you very much for coming in. Beth Gardner there, environmental journalist and author of Choked, the Age of Air Pollution and the Fight for a Cleaner Future. Thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you.